Hey you guys, it's Britt jumping on tonight to share with you guys my favorite bronzers. I am quite surprised I haven't done this video yet, so if you're interested, please keep watching. Alright guys, so I have my bronzers right here to my right. My dog is behind me, so if you hear panting, it's just him. And I also have 3 brushes I want to share with you guys. To be really honest, brush videos are quite boring to me, so I don't ever do like what my favorite brushes are just because it would put me to sleep. I don't watch those videos, so I'm not going to make one for my channel. But for this video, I thought it would be helpful to show you guys my 3 favorite bronzer brushes. So let's talk about my 2 matte bronzers first. The very first is my Bahama Mama from the Balm. This is a really great universal matte bronzer. It suits my skin in the winter, in the summer, in all months in between. There for a while, I did not really buy or use a lot of matte bronzers, but over the past few years, I have learned that I do like to go in with a matte bronzer first and then go over it with something more illuminating or something that has a little bit of shimmer to it. So I'll use this. This is listed in pretty much every single one of my description boxes because I do use it that often. So I really love this, but the other option I have is NARS Casino, and I have hit pan on this, you guys can see. This Casino is more red than Bahama Mama if you are comparing the two. I know a lot of people like the NARS, those like sun-washed bronzers. I don't really like those. I feel like I can't pick any product up with my brush, so I did own one and I returned it a long time ago, like when they first came out. So I do like the classic NARS bronzer in Casino. The next bronzer I have is MAC Give Me Sun, and this is one of their mineralized skin finishes. Now this is not a matte bronzer, but it definitely doesn't have any visible shimmer to it. It gives a very lifelike effect to the skin because it's not a true matte powder, but there's no glitter or mica or shimmer in it. So I do like wearing this one. I typically will use this if there's a day when I'm not using Bahama Mama for some reason. I will go in with Give Me Sun and then go over top of it with one of the other bronzers I will mention here. But Give Me Sun, keep in mind, is very warm. So if you don't like really warm bronzers, you probably won't like that one. Next, I have Laura Geller Baked Body Frosting in Hawaiian Glow. I use this as well. It's in many of my description boxes. Mine is a little beat up, but it comes in a massive pan. And this one is more of a satin finish bronzer. More of a satin finish than Give Me Sun for sure. But again, this is not glittery or super shimmery. But the way that it lays on the skin, it just gives such a beautiful effect. And I will forever have this bronzer in my collection. Along those same lines, but in a deeper tone, is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Bronze 04. I do really love this one as well. You guys can see my ring light. But this is a really beautiful bronzer. If you are someone who doesn't want a shimmer bronzer, but you don't like matte bronzers, I would recommend Give Me Sun or the Laura Mercier or even the Laura Geller, because they all lay on the skin not like a matte bronzer, but they just add a lifelike quality back to the skin when they are put over top of foundation or tinted moisturizer or whatever your complexion product is. Same goes with these 2 Hourglass Ambient Lighting bronzers. I have Radiant Bronze Light and Luminous Bronze Light. Radiant Bronze Light I wear more in the summer months, and then Luminous Bronze Light I wear more in the fall and winter. I'm going to try to hold both of these up so you guys can see the comparison. So you guys can see Luminous Bronze Light is definitely has a lighter bronzer marbled throughout it, where Radiant Bronze Light is more of a true bronze sort of color. Hourglass products are quite steep when it comes to price, but I absolutely adore their powder formula. I also have some of the ambient lighting powders. that I use on a very regular basis as well. So despite the steep price tag, I do think those are one of the makeup products that I don't mind paying more for because of what they do on my skin. The 3 brushes I will share with you, 2 are very high end and 1 is very affordable, sort of opposite ends of the spectrum. The affordable option I have is from Real Techniques, and this is the blush brush. What I use this for is if I'm taking one of the Hourglass powders, I will sort of just dust it like this, and this gives a really nice light application. It doesn't lay down a lot of product, and also if I go overboard with bronzer, I will take this with nothing on it and just blend out whatever I have on my face, and it does an amazing job at that. The brush that I use for my matte bronzer is the Tom Ford 06 brush. And the one that I use for like the Laura Mercier or the Laura Geller is the bronzer brush 05. So you can see the size difference here. The smaller one is definitely good for chiseling out the cheekbone, and the larger one is great for dispersing color all over, you know, the cheeks and my forehead. Here's the thing with these 2 brushes, they're both very expensive, but I will say I've had the bronzer brush for about 2 years now. If you guys are interested in Tom Ford brushes, they recently just decided to go with synthetic hair, and I did try the synthetic cheek brush and hated it. So I had to go online and find someone that was selling an authentic real hair Tom Ford cheek brush. So what I did was I did a little homework and I went on eBay. I have mixed feelings about buying makeup on eBay, but I do think that if it's from a private seller who is selling something like this, who has the original packaging and doesn't have a large quantity of them available, that to me, oh, and their seller ratings are good, I feel okay about that. When I was looking for the cheek brush, if I would have seen a seller that had 85 brushes available, that would have been a red flag for me. But this person did, in fact, only have 1 available, so I did buy it from them. So I would just say that if I had the option, I would buy the Tom Ford brushes, but try to find them with natural hair, unless you are someone who wants the synthetic brush. But I don't think that they perform the same way, and I don't think that the synthetic bristles warrant that big price tag that the natural bristles do. So those are my favorite bronzers. I hope this video was helpful. Bronzers are definitely one of my favorite categories of makeup. I get very excited when new ones are coming out. Not so much like matte ones, because like Fenty came out with those matte bronzers and I didn't buy any of them. So it depends sort of what the finish is, but it is just one of those products I've always really loved. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please leave me a like and a comment. And if you would like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.